Okay, now starting with the question, there are some x and y values which are given for line H. The table shows three values of x and their corresponding values of y. Line K is a result of translating line H down 5 units in xy plane. What's the x-intercept of line K? So what's the concept tested here? That is the translation, right? Translation, that's the uh, concept which is tested. Let's say there is fx, right? Fx is equal to let's say there is a function, right? Fx, and that value comes out to be sum of the linear or a quadratic, right? There is a function fx that is nothing else but y, and if you are translating up, right, every points 5 units up or 5 units down, so what will be if you translate up? So it will be fx will be nothing else but y plus 5, and this is up, right? What will be translating down? It will be the new function f dash x will be nothing else but y minus 5. Okay, so whatever the function was, you just have to, if it's moving up, add 5. If it's moving down by 5 units, just subtract 5 or whatever that constant is. Now let's understand the question. Now let's figure out first this line H. What is the equation of the line? Equation of line, that is y is equal to mx plus c. So what is the slope of this particular line? So slope is y2 minus y1, that is 160 minus 130 divided by x2 minus x1, that is 23 minus 18, that is 30 over 5, that is 6. So that means equation of line will be y is equal to 6x plus c. To figure out the value of c, let's substitute y as 130 and x as 18, right? X as 18. Why? Because this line is passing through the these two given points, that is 18 and 130. So that is c will be 130 minus 6 times 8, that is 106 times 18, that is 108, and that comes out to be 22. If c is 22, the equation of the line H, what will be the equation of the line H? Equation of line H, that will be y is equal to m, which is 6, x, and c comes out to be 22. Clear? So that means our equation of fx, which is y, which is nothing else but 6x plus 22. Now, what you are doing, that you are translating that 5 units down. So what will be the equation or the new function? Can we say f dash x will be y minus 5, and what is y? That is 6x plus 22 minus 5. That means the new equation, let's say y dash, or the equation of line K will be nothing else but 6x plus 17, right? It got translated 5 units down. Therefore, you are subtracting 5 from y. So that means the new equation is going to be 6x plus 17. Now the question is to find out x-intercept. Let's write here, to find out x-intercept, just substitute y as 0. So let's substitute y as 0. So y dash will be 0 here, is equal to 6x plus 17. So that means x will be negative 17, x will be negative 17 over 6. That means x coordinate will be negative 17 over 6. Option D being the correct one. A good question. 2-3 things required here. One was how to find out the slope of a line, how to find out the equation of a line, how to translate the equation or the how to translate that line, and fourth thing is how to find out the x-intercept. So I would consider this question to be a good harder or a medium to harder type of a question. Let's now understand the next question. Okay, now starting with the question, it says that in xy plane, the graph of the equation y is equal to x negative x square plus 9x minus 100 intersects the line y is equal to c at exactly one point. What is the value of c? So concept tested is actually quadratic. right? It's a quadratic function. And in the quadratic function, this is more related to parabola. And there is an upward parabola or a downward parabola. What is upward? When a, that is the coefficient of x square, is positive, upward. If a is less than 0, it will be a downward parabola, right? It says that the graph of the equation, so y is equal to minus x square plus 9x minus 100. So what is this parabola? Is it an upward or a downward? A value is minus 1. That means it is less than 0. It is going to be a downward parabola. The question says that this parabola intersects y is equal to c. So at one point, that means there is a line, this line, which is y is equal to c. This parabola intersects at this particular point, exactly at one point, tangent. This line is a tangent to the parabola. And what will be the x coordinate at this point? Can we say the x coordinate of this particular point or the vertex is minus b upon 2a. So what will be the value of x here? X is equal to b will be minus 9 minus, and b value is 9 here. So minus 9 over 2 into a. A is minus 1. So 2 into minus 1. So minus will get cancelled out. X value comes out to be 9 by 2. Got this? Now, if x value is 9 by 2, we have the function, right? We have the function, and that is y is equal to minus x square plus 9x minus 100. This is minus 100. So writing here. So y value, just substituting x as 9 by 2 here. So y value will be how much? Minus 9 by 2 square plus 9 times 9 by 2 minus 100. And how much is this? This is minus 9 square is 81 divided by 4. And this is 81 by 2 minus 100. So what will be the LCM? LCM will be 4 here. And 4, this will be negative 81. This will be twice of 81, that is 162. And this is going to be negative 400. So what we get here is, let's write here, take this space. So negative y will be negative 81 plus 162 is positive 81 minus 400 divided by 4. So that is going to be 319 divided by 4 with a negative sign. And that's the value of y is actually equal to c at this particular point. So y coordinate at this particular point will be nothing else but the c value. Why? Because this value is going to be y coordinate will be c. And question was, what is the value of c? So we have just found out the value of x. That is this vertex. Let's write here. This point is going to be the vertex point. And at vertex, x value is minus b by 2a. Found out x and then found out at this particular point, what is the value of y? And that value of y is actually the value of c at that particular point. So that is minus 319 divided by 4, c being the correct answer here. Good, again, a very, very nice question here. Let's now try and solve the next question. Okay, now starting with this one. So it says 2x plus 3y is equal to 7, 10x plus 15y is equal to 35. For each real number r, which of the following point lies on the graph of each equation in the xy plane for the given system? Now, if we understand what's the concept, that there are two linear equations, right? Two linear equations. And if we carefully analyze and see to it that these two are actually same. Why? Because if we take 5 common out of the second equation, so it will be 2x plus 3y is equal to 35. 5 will get cancelled out. So actually only one equation is given, that is 2x plus 3y is equal to 7. Both are actually same equations. Now, it says that for which does this. Now, how to solve this? An easier and the most efficient way will be, it says that each real number r is a real number. Let's say r is 0, right? If r is 0, what will be option A? If r is 0, this will be 7 and 35. X will be 7, y will be 35, right? What will be option B? This will be 0. This will be 7 by 2. First term comes out to be 0, so it will be 7 by 2, comma 0. Option C, that will be 0, comma, 7 by 3. Why? Because R is given as or taken as 0. And option D, this will be 0, comma, that will be 7 by 2. Now let's substitute in the equation, that is 2x plus 3y is equal to 7, and see to it where LHS is equal to RHS. So if you substitute 7 here, 2 times 7, that is 2 times 7, that is 14, plus 3 times 35. Is it anytime equal to 7? It can't be, right? So option A, eliminated, goes away. Option B, 7 by 2. If we substitute 7 by 2, so 2 times 7 by 2, so it will be 2 times 7 by 2 plus 3 times 0, that will be 3 times 0. Is it equal to 7? Yes. Why? Because this will get cancelled. 3 times 0 is 0. 7 plus 0 is 7. So a good option to hold on. Option C, x as 0. So if x is 0, 2 into 0 will be 0 plus 7 by 3 times 3. So this also gives you 7 as an answer. So option C also cannot be calculated, cannot be cancelled out. X as 0. So if x is 0, 0 plus 7 by 2. So it will be 21. 3 times 7, that is 21 by 2. Is it equal to 7? No, it's not equal. Option D also eliminated. So what we have done, we have just eliminated 2 of the options by just substituting R as 0. Let's now substitute R as 1, right, in option B and C. So what will be the option B and C? We just have to figure out which one is correct one here. Let's take this space, R as 1. Option B will be how much? If R is 1, so it will be minus 3 by 2 plus 7 by 2, comma 1. What is minus 3 by 2 plus 7 by 2? That will be 4 by 2, which is nothing else but 2, comma 1. What will be option C? It will be 1, R as 1, 2, comma 3 plus 7, comma 3. So 2, comma 3 plus 7, comma 3 is 9 by 3, which is going to be 3. Now let's substitute x as 2 and y as 1 in this equation. So 2 times 1, 2 times 2, that is 4, plus 1 times 3, that is 3. Is it equal to 7? Yes, it's a good option. Let's try option C, eliminate that. 2 times 1, that is 2. 3 times 3, that is 9. Is it equal to 7? No, that's not equal. Option C goes away. B being the correct answer. Okay, so try using values. It actually makes your question quite easier to understand as compared to substituting these values in terms of R. So use values instead of R. That will help you do the question in a more better way. Okay, let's now start solving the next and the last question of the module 1. Okay, now starting with a question that's the last for this particular module. It says that the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 624. The height of this triangle is k root 3, where k is a constant. What is the value of k? And area of an equilateral triangle. What's the concept here? Area of equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, that is root 3 by 4a square. And what's the height of an equilateral triangle? Height of equilateral triangle, that is root 3 by 2a. And in an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal, right? If all the sides are equal, that is, let's say a. So what will be the perimeter? That is 3a is actually given as 624. So what is a? That is 624 divided by 3, and that is 208. So that means side length comes out to be 208. If side length is 208, what is the height of an equilateral triangle? That is given as root 3 by 2 times a according to this formula, and a is 208. And this height according to question is given as k root 3. So root 3 will get cancelled out from both the sides. 2 gets cancelled out. So that means k is 104. So that's the value of k which was required, which is 104. That's how you will be using. So we understood the concept, that's the equilateral triangle and what are the basic formulas, and applied those to figure out the answer here. I hope all the questions which we have discussed in the module 1, that is perfectly clear. Let's now start solving module 2 questions of the practice test 1.